Today on the channel, we're going to open up the back of these 1974 Marshall cabinets and see why they just sound so damn good. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at my Marshall cabinets. These are 1974 Marshall cabinets. They got the basket weave front. I've never really analyzed what's on the inside of these things, and I absolutely love the sound of these cabinets. I've got a few cabinets that I use when I play gigs. I've got this Friedman 412. I've got a custom 2x12 here, and my Wiggy Dweezil Zappa amp, and I've got this custom purple cabinet, and I've got a Behringer. I've got a couple other cheaper Marshall cabinets, but these Marshall cabinets are stellar. I don't know if it's because the speakers are aged and they've just been played for years and years and years. I mean, 1974, that's 50 years ago. So I mean, that's a long time for these speakers to be in use. I think it's all original. We're going to check it out, open them up, and then we're going to mic up these cabinets and see what they sound like, and I'll prove it to you. Hopefully I'll prove it to you anyway. I'm not sure what amp we're going to run today. I think I'm going to run my DSL 100 through it, maybe my BE 100. But let's take a look at them. I'm going to take the back of these cabinets off of them, and we're going to take a look at the speakers, okay? Cool. Okay, so one thing about these cabinets that's clearly been modified is someone has installed some really bad speaker cabinet plates on the backs of these. I don't know if this plate was original or not, probably not. But this back here says 1960B lead 100 watt, made in England. But this has been replaced more than likely because these are not recessed into the cabinet, and when you push this against a wall, these are going to break. But it's possible, other modifications have been done to this thing. Taking these cabinets, taking the screws out of them, it's really a pain in the butt. And I really don't want to try not to tear the Tolex on this cabinet, but they're pretty beat on the outside, so I'm not super concerned about messing this thing up super bad, but I really don't want to get it screwed up, hardly at all. But man, this thing does not want to come out of there. Just trying to get this thing off. I got to be careful because the wiring that holds this jack, this speaker jack, is probably really short. All right, so here's what we've got. All right, there's plenty of speaker cable here. Let me get the camera off the tripod and we'll take a look in detail at what this looks like. Okay, the moment of truth. Now, one of these speakers, I want to say it's the bottom left speaker, does not work. This has been, looks like it's been modified a little bit. Something's been repaired, but these are the speakers that are in it. So it looks like they're all the same speakers. Inside of this cabinet looks pretty cool. So sweet. Celestion G12Ms, 25 watts, 16 ohms. Nice. All right, I'm going to put this one back together and off camera. Then we're going to open the slant back camera. We're going to open the slant fronted cabinet. I can't speak tonight. And look at those speakers. Okay, here's the slant back cabinet. As you can see, this one is pretty whipped compared to the straight angled, or the straight flat fronted cabinet, right? And probably because everyone likes to use the slanted cabinets when they go to gigs, because the head fits on top of it, and you know, they're angled up a little bit so you can hear it a little bit better if you're on stage. So this one's a little bit more spanked, a little bit more whipped, as Eddie would say. But we're going to take the back off of this thing and take a look at the speakers. So here we go. All right, it's very obvious that these backs have been taken off these cabinets a lot. Many of these screws were barely threaded into the wood. I mean, they were holding it, but some of them were really good, some of them weren't. Some of them have the washers still attached to the screws, and some were missing. But, I mean, that's expected. This thing's 50 years old, so let's take a look and see what we have. All right, so these speakers here are a little different. There's just like the other cabinet there. Now I don't know if these, you know, why they're missing the stickers. Maybe they've fallen off. Are there any indications on the side? T1221 EL17, and this one, same thing. More than likely, this one's probably got the same markings on it. Nothing on this one. So probably safe to say these may have been replaced. But both cabinets sound wonderful. I mean, who knows? Maybe just the, you know, maybe they've just come off these little caps or something. You know, it's possible, because it looks like there's glue residue, so I guess it's safe to say, you know, that maybe this black cap came off of them. This speaker doesn't have any markings on it, like this one does not have any. So maybe these two are identical. These top ones maybe have been replaced. They look equally as old. You know, the soldering is definitely old. Doesn't look like, well, here's this must be the cabinet where there's something, where one of the speakers isn't working. That wire right there is off of the speaker there, so I should fix that while I've got this open. More than likely what's happened is someone has opened this up, much like me, and unfortunately, you know, it's the wire on that's so short that it's, you know, it's come off the speaker. So that's an easy fix. Cool. Well, I'm going to fix this real fast, and then I'm going to mic these things up, and we're going to demo the sound so we can check them out, because they sound awesome. Got to hear it. All right, I've got everything put back together. I resoldered the bottom speaker connection on this cabinet, but just to be safe, I'm going to mic up one of the cones that I know works properly, and I've got a condenser microphone on this angled cabinet. And on this straight cabinet, I've got a 57, and you know, not very scientific, just for interest of space, and I don't have another small stand like this available to me tonight, so we're going to run this on Tone Chaser. Thanks, Chuck, my buddy Chuck. Love you, man. He gave me that book for free, and I have yet to dig into it, but I can't wait to do it. But anyway, got Tone Chaser there holding the 57, got a just a cheap MXL condenser that actually sounds really good on this. We're going to run the DSL 100 through this cabinet. We're going to run the Friedman BE 100 through this cabinet. I'm going to pan them hard right and left, run through Pro Tools, and we're going to check it out. So let's go.